All right, law of sines. We'll do just regular law of sines today. We'll talk about ambiguous cases or special cases tomorrow. Basically, yesterday what we did, we kind of tied up all the loose ends as far as solving angle measurements or side lengths of right triangles. Whereas now with law of sines and whenever we get into law of cosines, we can do it with any triangle that's not a right triangle. So it can be an acute triangle, it can be an obtuse triangle, whatever. It's just going to fit the formula down here at the bottom that I basically take the proportion of A over the sine of A is going to be equal to the side B over the sine of angle B equal to side C divided by angle C. Okay, that ratio is going to work on any triangle, okay, as far as what you have. You're always going to look at the opposite angle or the opposite side of whatever angle you're dealing with. Okay, same way down here where it says great question, do I have to write law of sines with the sines in the denominator? No, you do not. Okay, as long as you keep all the angles on one level, you have to keep all of the side lengths on the other level. Okay, it doesn't matter which one's the numerator and which one's the denominator. Okay, so what's going to happen? You're going to be given, again, certain lengths. Law of sines can be used to solve either side angle triangles where you're given one side and two angles, or angle side angle. Okay, two angles and a side between them. So you have two angles, you have a side. Now, again, since you could always fill in a third side, or a third angle, excuse me. So, like if I have 63 degrees and I have 46 degrees, I'm going to have all of the other values, okay, as far as like what's left over as far as for angle B. Like if it's 63/46, what is actual angle B? 71? Okay, so like what I would suggest is I would just fill in every part. And then it just becomes doing proportion. Okay, so and whenever you set this up, if I would just have A, again, it does not matter to me if you want to go A over sine of 46 degrees equal to B over sine of 71 degrees. And then we know that C is 56 over sine of 63 degrees. Every angle is only going to get used once. Every side is only going to get used once. Similar to what we talked about yesterday as far as you can use Pythagorean theorem, but what is the one ratio or the one fraction that you will use every single time? Which one is given? Which fraction is given to you of the three? So since C is given to you every time, you are going to use that fraction every single time. And you're going to start over for each angle. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take A over sine of 46 degrees equal to 56 times sine of 63 degrees. All I'm going to do, cross multiply. So I'm going to take 56 times sine of 46 degrees, close it, and then I'm going to keep that value in the calculator, and I'm going to divide by sine of 63 degrees, close the parenthesis, and I'm going to get a value for A of 45.2 inches. I'm going to do the same thing again, But instead of doing it for A, I'm going to do it for B. So I'm going to go B over sine of 71 degrees equal. Do not use the answer that I just got. Use the one that they give you of 56 degrees, or 56, excuse me, over sine of 63 degrees. And then cross multiply. 56 sine of 71 degrees, close the parenthesis. Keep that value of about 52.949040023. Keep that number in the calculator and then divide by 71 of 63 degrees. Close the parenthesis, hit enter. And I'm going to say that my side length for side B is about 59.4 inches. And then we are done. You're basically filling in all missing parts that you have. Okay? It's a proportion. Okay? The first thing I would do, especially with anything that you're going to use law of sines, is to figure out what your missing angle is. So even on like part B, or letter B, figure out 180. Subtract the 82, subtract the 64, and get 34 degrees down here, and then just start rolling with it. Okay? The only thing you've got to make sure that you know is what is opposite. 34 goes with the B, 82 degrees goes with the 14. And you just set up the proportion. Cross multiply. Again, it does not matter if you put the sine of the angles on top and then the side lengths on the bottom. That works just as well. Okay? But again, just like we talked, so even if we would go, if I would write this as sine, how about we do it without an arrow? Sine of 64 degrees over A equal to sine of 34 degrees over B equal to sine of 82 degrees over 14. Do not switch, be like, ooh, I'm going to put the sine on the top here and I'm going to put the sine on the bottom here. No. Sines stay on top or on bottom, side lengths stay on top or on bottom, whichever place your angle does not go. The one that I will always use for each of these is, in this case, I will always use this fraction as far as whenever I set this up. Okay? I will not deviate from sine of 82 over 14 or 14 over sine of 82 from problem to problem. Even if I get an answer for A or answer for B, I'm not going to use that value. Okay? Use a value or a fraction that I am given to start, not an answer that I get in the middle. Everybody good with that?